You are listening to Sidecast with Matt Chorney and John E Capcom.
He has not confessed. He has made no statement. Charges of murder have been accepted against him.
Welcome everybody to Sidecast, this ongoing human disgusting filth that we like to put on an audio stream and subject to you every damn week, or at least whenever the hell we feel we can get around to it. I'm your host, Matthew Chorney. Joining me today, as always, is John E Capcom of We Talk Games fame. Johnny, how the hell you doing?
Doing pretty well.
Johnny, how was your Christmas? How was your holidays, or whatever the hell you celebrate up in wherever the fuck it is you're from?
Quiet and, no drama, a lot of food, a lot of lying around.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, so that was pretty much it. I didn't have some thieves raid my bank account or anything like you.
Well, that must be nice, and thanks for putting that out there for the whole world to hear. Yes, that's right. Some douchebags from your neck of the woods, mind you, decided to drain my fucking bank account this Christmas.
From Ireland?
Not from Ireland, from your continent, but,
Oh, all right.
Which continent would that be, Matt?
I don't know. What continent are you from there, Capcom?
Well, it would be Europe.
Europe?
This is every time I'm on something with you, I educate you on geography. That seems to be the way it goes.
She asked!
I knew what it was. I wanted to see if you knew, man.
And that voice right there is Jess. Jess, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing fine.
This your first time being on a podcast?
It is.
Why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
I'm a tattoo artist, and that's it. Oh my god, that sounds like my intro. I'm a tattoo artist. This is the first time I've ever been on a podcast.
And that other annoying, absolutely overly effeminate voice is, of course, our other newly elected co-host, Meg. Meg, how you doing?
What up?
Meg, how was your Christmas?
Good, but I was sick.
You were sick.
Yeah, straight into New Year's. It was fantastic.
It was good, but you were sick. Get anything exciting or fun for Christmas?
Money. Money's always good. Money's fun.
I'm jealous of all of you. Jess, I totally bypassed you. How was your holiday? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
It was fantastic.
Fantastic. Excellent. Why don't we say we get into the heart of the show, what it's all about? And, of course, what the show is all about is we still don't know, but we like to talk about dumb shit we find all over the fucking world. And the point I'd like to point out is, if I can stop being redundant for 10 minutes and get it out there, is that after we last recorded, which was 3 weeks ago, I think, and that was all the sole fault of Meg.
Come on.
It was totally your fault. But not 5 hours after we last recorded, a very famous leader of the world died. Meg, Capcom, who has passed away since last we recorded?
Obviously it's the dear leader himself,
the holy ray of light that will lead us to the new land. Yes, he unfortunately has passed away.
Yeah, old Kim Jong-Il,
Ah, man.
Real shame, the only person keeping the concentration camp business alive in the modern world was old Kim Jong-Il.
True enough, dude. The stock and fucking torture equipment in those fucking horrible makeshift tents has got to plummeted by now. Because, there's no other country, really, that had it in such high demand as his.
It was concentration camp equipment, whiskey and movies was Kim Jong-il's big thing,
That was always the weirdest thing about Kim Jong-il. For a communist, not just a communist, but a tyrannical douchebag of a leader, he really liked Western shit.
The thing about, the political system that North Korea had, it was kind of communism, but it wasn't really. I think, was it Chuche was the name of the philosophy? and it was all about self-reliance, and that was the thing they bred into the North Korean psyche. I mean, this philosophy ended up with a famine in the middle of the 90s that basically killed half the population. So it worked out real well.
But that's okay, because that other half must have loved him. And I mean, really loved him, because the entire fucking nation decides to gather around on the day of his death, basically outside the hospital in which he croaked in, and just basically cry for 12 hours on end. Now,
It's a mix of love and fear,
Crying in formation.
Crying in formation.
Women and children up front because that's saddest to see.
Notice that there's no ugly people in the first 5 rows. At all. At all. So we've all seen this video, right?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? This is probably breaking every copyright law, but let's just play a little bit of audio of these people. I'm sorry, what was that?
You sure that's not the Dark Knight trailer? It sounds a lot.
It's the football game, and Bane's starting shit in the background. Maybe that's why they're crying. Maybe they got him and fucking Scarecrow just holding bombs in front of everyone.
Kim Jong-Il's last act as dear leader was to ban the Dark Knight Rises,
Is that true? Because if that's true, I can understand why all these teenagers are crying their little heads off, man. That would really fucking
Kim
suck.
Jong-un?
Where's Kim Jong-Il?
No.
Fucking Batman.
Actually, if he ever is displeased and whatever, he should just be like, "This is Kim Jong-un acceptable to me."
That's fucking awesome. Hang on, there's one bit. I want to get to the audio where this guy looks like a high-ranking general in the North Korean army, and he's just on his knees, pounding his fist, crying. Now, hang on, let's see if I can get to it. Okay, so there's 3 military officials, or at least people dressed to be military officials, standing up holding the North Korean flag in front of the hospital that Kim Jong-Il died in. And at one point, they all just collectively lose their shit and start pounding on the fucking floor on their hands and knees in utter defiance to the heavens that their beautiful, happy, terrible leader has now kicked the bucket.
It's getting very weird.
I'm sorry. I just wanted you to hear the part of this hardened general.
I don't really like reveling in anyone's death, even if it was a fucking wanker like him.
Well, for the record, let's just...
But at the same time, he had it coming.
Yeah, true enough. For the record, I'm not reveling in any one man's death here, at least not publicly. What I am making fun of is the sheer fact that this is completely staged.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely completely staged. They took such awesome formation for rows of people, formations that no person or grouping of people would take naturally. I mean, they're literally making a V formation at his statue out so that it makes for a great camera angle. All of them, all of them in the first 7 rows are on their knees just pounding the ground. Including these 3 generals, which I don't know who the fuck they are, but I'm going to guess that if they bothered to film this, that they're somebody of some renown. Here's the thing. Of all these rows, of all these thousands, maybe tens of thousands of people gathered out here, crying, screaming, yelling to the heavens, there's not one fucking tear shed on anybody's faces. It's so obviously fake that it's just kind of, sad to watch.
Well, that's not entirely true. One of the websites has, a bunch of pictures of it up.
Mm-hmm.
They have, these... They gotta be in fucking preschool. These kids are no older than 6. There's... How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 little girls with tears rolling down their cheeks, but they have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, they're crying because they were just told that their food rations are going to be cut to compensate for
They
this.
starved them anyway. That's no news.
Not all of them. These kids clearly are doing okay.
Most of them.
Yeah, most of them.
The North Koreans are literally a nation suffering from malnutrition, like, overall. All those people that you see at those, like, gatherings, and, like, especially across the 30th parallel, it's only well-fed soldiers that are allowed to appear there. Everyone else has got rickets and shit because they're not getting proper food.
And they're all gathered around crying at a statue of a fat little shit that put him in that state.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm assuming those little girls probably watched Bambi for the first time that day, and they're just like, oh, no.
Is that what it is? They showed Bambi's mom get shot, and for the first time they knew true emotion as a kid.
Yeah, and on top of that, they just went, the guy who shot Bambi's mother, that was American capitalism.
That was Obama himself. Got her in the fucking sights and pulled the trigger.
And that Bambi is, in fact, Kim Jong-Il. Or no, Bambi's mother was Kim Jong-Il, but Bambi himself? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
That's Kim Jong-un.
That's totally off topic. Let's ask the girls. Was Bambi a girl or a guy?
Fuck if I know.
Girl.
What? Was she a girl?
Yeah.
We'll say, wait, no. That deer grows up, doesn't he? She? It?
Gee.
I can't remember.
No, he has antlers at the end, doesn't he?
I don't know.
Well, girl deers.
No, they don't.
You know what the sad thing is?
Antlers?
You don't just run around the woods with no antlers. Yeah, all deers have antlers.
No, but like
I
real...
thought the girl deers did have antlers.
No, like really big antlers, though.
Yeah, they're manly antlers.
You know what the real sad part is?
Yeah.
So the dyke deer?
No, that's really short antlers.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Wow. Okay. Totally derailed on that. Thanks, Meg.
It's a boy!
It's a boy, damn it. And it's totally got nothing to do with this story.
Wait, we're
According
totally
to IMDb.
doing this right now.
What was that, Capcom?
According to IMDb, it's a boy.
It's a
anyway,
boy.
Which is weird, because there's so many female porn stars out there called Bambi, like, you know.
Yeah, you make a very valid point. I've never once associated Bambi with a dude's name.
Yeah.
No, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is a dude.
It is a dude.
Wow. Disney, what the fuck were you pulling back in the day?
I just hope, like, in the next 20 years, there's going to be a bunch of female porn stars out there called Tron, you know? Carry on. You know?
Capcom, if you look hard enough, I'm sure you can find that right now.
Yeah.
All right. So, in conclusion, what's your overall thought of this video? We'll start with Meg. You first.
It's fucking hilarious. Like, I mean, come on, dude. Like, get at least actors or something. Be like, dude, okay, this is what you need to do. You need to cry. You need to look real. Instead of sending all these fucking people out there who don't even give a fuck to sit on their knees and fucking pound the ground and pretend like they're fucking sad. You're not fucking fooling anybody.
But where are they going to get the actors for, Meg? If these people don't fucking conform, God knows what's going to happen to them. Yeah.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the mind of the average, 20-something American woman. She just laughs at these poor people's misery.
I laugh at your misery.
Jess, any thoughts or ideas on this video?
I think I should start crying myself. I really think I have misjudged my whole life, and I think I need to move to North Korea and start crying. The guy liked whiskey and westerns. What could have possibly been wrong?
Not just
All these people
westerns.
are crying with such genuine emotion, and I think I should move. Capitalism.
Jess makes a valid point. When Kennedy got his head blown off, there wasn't this many people lined up in the streets crying.
Oh, no.
I mean, the ones who were crying were actually legitimately crying, but still, there wasn't nearly this many people. I mean, if it's one thing you can say about this guy, he definitely had volume. All right, Capcom. Capcom, any closing thoughts on this topic?
Well, I'd like to believe that things look better for the people in North Korea now that Kim Jong-Il is dead, but sadly, I think it's a country that's completely entrenched in that kind of 1984 nightmare reality, and I don't know if they'll be able to get out of it. I'd like to think that the government will collapse there because Kim Jong-Un will probably, just fail, and then, I don't know, we can give them Burger King or something.
Because that makes it all better, don't it?
But I don't know. It's just another sad chapter in the North Korean story,
Yeah, it's
not the reasons that Kim Jong-Il would like us to believe,
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess depending on if there's going to be any like great social change in that country now depends on how well he trained his kid that he's made in charge. I mean, what was it, his third son? He made his basically handed the reins to the country to.
I mean, it's in a weird way. It's the political system is a joke, but I mean, it's a joke that they're making because it's a communist state with a monarchy.
Yeah.
I mean,
their whole infrastructure is weird.
Welcome to our democratic republic. Here's the Fuhrer.
Yeah, you make a very valid point, man. Their whole fucking political infrastructure is just fucked up.
Yeah, the kid is also only 27, so...
Is he really?
Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, well, being the shiny ball of optimism that I am, I guess I'd like to say that, well, maybe because he's younger and he can possibly look south of the border and see how fucking awesome South Korea is doing right now. Maybe that'll inspire him to, not be quite the douchebag of his father. But then again, you give any fucking person in their 20s any real power, and he's being granted absolute power, I don't see that ending very well for anyone in that country at all.
Probably not.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah.
From that, we will now bring you another topic that slipped past the radar for me until now, which is just kind of, I find, horrible and hysterical on the topic of, third world countries, getting the shaft. Meg, why don't you lead us into this one?
Okay, so Wyclef Jean had...
Is it Jean or Jean? I thought it had a French sound.
It's Jean?
It's Jean.
I've been
Jean.
wrong my whole life. I've been calling him Jean.
He's French Haitian.
Jean. Well, this Wyclef feller, he had a Haiti foundation, and raised all this money and stuff, and was like, "Oh yeah, Haiti, hey, I was born there. It's awesome."
Okay, Meg, stop right there. He did have a Haiti foundation, but before he started it, the man literally stood on a soapbox and denounced the Blue Cross and all other, Red Cross. I'm sorry, Blue Cross. They just redid my health insurance, if you can't tell. Yeah. Health insurance is a scam. No, he starts bitching about the Red Cross and about how corrupt the money system is for them and how, pennies on the dollar get transferred to any real, place that needs his charity. So, I mean, he stood on at least a couple of channels. I've seen him on MTV. I've seen him on VH1. I've seen him on a bunch of, different news shows showing his, statements. Basically, like the day of, Haiti's big earthquake, tsunami, horrible shit happening. Just ripping all these charitable organizations a new asshole. Now, I'm going to say that he may have been somewhat in the right to do so, but that was, 2-3 years ago at this point?
When was the actual earthquake?
I don't remember. I believe it was 2 years ago.
Really? I thought it was like 2005.
Nope, 2008.
Oh, okay. The charity was created in 2005. I know that.
Okay. So anyway, Wyclef Jean creates this charity. And then continue, Meg. Sorry, I just want to make sure I got the facts in there before you continued.
No, it's cool. I didn't even know that he did the whole soapbox thing. Hey, they suck.
Oh yeah, he was really public about it. Really, really public about it.
Good. Stupid.
Even, if I do remember correctly, a podcast that we all enjoy, its host decided to back him up 100%, saying, yeah, fuck the Red Cross, they're full of shit, Fuck everyone.
no.
Fuck all this charitable shit you see in restaurants and all that other crap. We're gonna go with Wyclef, because Wyclef's the man. He was born there, and he's not gonna fuck over Haiti. Continue, Meg. That was at you, Ralph, in case you didn't figure it out. Take your drink.
Okay. Alright. So, he raises all this money, and, you know, he's backed by all these other, air quoting right now, foundations, and ends up giving, how much was it?
It was $105,000 of independent contractor, though.
He gave a lot of that money to his mistress, and then sent it to a guy in, oh my god, I want to say Florida. And when they looked into who this, you know, supposed head of this corporation was, the money was sent to a car garage. And the guy who owned this car garage used that money to buy 3 properties in Florida. One, a waterfront condo.
Wow.
So not only that, he's, you know, giving all this money. They're saying, oh yeah, you know, we did give some money, but a lot of the money is, you know, getting handed out to these fake heads of backers that don't fucking exist.
Yeah, brother-in-law's families.
Yeah, like it's going out to his fucking family,
His
man.
hooker.
His hooker. Fucking hooker.
Well, that's kind of the funny part, too, and I guess, you know, you can sum it up with saying this. If you're not a gangster rapper, don't try any gangster shit, because you're clearly not any fucking good at it, pal. I mean...
What really made me laugh, though, is there's this little paragraph at the end of one of these articles. I'm on NME.com. And they said that earlier this year, the rapper claimed he was shot in Haiti and said he received treatment for a gunshot wound to the hand. But the policeman later claimed that it was incorrect and he just cut himself. So not only are you taking this money from the people who want to help you with your quote-unquote charity, but now you're lying about getting fucking shot in Haiti when you just cut yourself?
So the man's not just a thief, he's a liar. Oh, that's awesome.
Is he getting ready to release an emo album or something?
Emo showers with Wyclef.
Yeah, and let's not forget, this was in the middle of a presidential run, too, so...
That's right. That's right. He did try to run for president. No, that's hysterical. I mean, you know, the nerve of this guy, he basically stands on a soapbox, denounces all these charitable organizations. Now, I'm kind of with him on that. Because
no, but then he did the exact same thing.
He did worse. I mean, at least the...
yeah, no, that's true.
At least anything that the Red Cross has been, you know, brought up on charges for, they have not, you know, for the most part, it's been like the acts of one corrupt son of a bitch that they were able to nail, not the whole organization. And there is still money. Like, a lot of, like, the argument is Red Cross will take the money that's raised and use that to finance the payroll of people that are sent over there to help, rather than just giving the money to the country that needs the relief. Okay, I can see how, you know, that would upset some people, but this guy basically goes on public and discredits them all for that, and this guy's paying off his fucking mistress, he's paying off his brother-in-law, and he bought a fucking oceanside condo with the fucking proceeds. I mean, no matter what, a charitable organization is just that, charitable. If a penny one goes to your personal, you know, use, that's a crime. That's a felony. That's, you know, that's really, really bad. I don't know what fucking jail time this guy's looking at if convicted, but holy shit, that's horrible.
Even so, like any website you go to look up like what he did as far as charity goes, it all brings up the same single thing. That he built an orphanage,
okay,
and a toilet and shower block in a shantytown.
And that's it.
What else did you fucking do?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean...
You know what I mean? And then he's all like, oh, I'm so proud of what my charity did. I'm so fucking proud. This is so awesome. You know, we're so fucking cool. Yeah, shove it up your fucking ass. What else did you fucking do?
You see, that's the thing. That in itself is actually helpful. But that's only a third of the money you raised that went into that. Yeah, exactly.
Hats off to you for giving a shit and trying, but I mean, way to, like, stick it to him by saying, this is all you're fucking getting, I'm gonna go buy a house.
Way to-
You know?
Well, yeah. I'm from Haiti.
And a hooker.
And a hooker. A fucking $105,000 hooker, apparently. You know, way to go. Yeah, you know, this is where I'm from. I'm going to help these people. I'm going to take care of them as best I can. But I'm going to take care of them from my new fucking, you know, Ocean State property.
Well, you know what? Fuck them. They didn't elect him president, so,
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he just felt really, really butthurt that he didn't get the Haitian vote. Capcom, I know you're on the other side of the world, but what's your take on all this?
I don't know. I remember him. I remember he had a big hit single when I left school, like primary school. He was going away or something in it, and I seem to remember November was very important to him going back. I don't know. I mean, anyone who exploits any disaster or any, you know, the neediness of any people, like, you know, for their own gain, fuck you. You're Hitler. You know what I mean? Yeah, fuck that guy, right? I mean, he's a fucking rich musician. You telling me he couldn't?
Well, hang on. I don't think he's sold any records since 1994. I don't think he was quite that rich anymore.
Just one time.
What's the one? What was the band he was in?
Fugees.
Group.
Group. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It was a hip hop group.
Okay. Well,
With Lauryn Hill.
With Lauryn Hill.
Like I said, man band.
That's true.
Well,
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, couldn't they bring out a covers album or something?
Well,
if he needs to pay for his, you know, I mean, I don't know. Fuck that guy. That's all I gotta say. If you exploit charities, fuck you.
not only exploit a charity he made, which I'm gonna guess made for the sole purpose to exploit.
Yeah. If you exploit Ralph Lewis, all right, go fuck yourself. All right.
You had
People picking on Ralph. All right.
You had the renowned, world-famous Ralph Lewis from the Two Angry Men podcast back you up publicly. Ralph himself stood on a fucking soapbox and basically agreed with him full-heartedly. And I don't disagree with Ralph, because what Wyclef was saying at the time made sense, and it was true. But, I mean, come on. One of the most influential minds of our times, and you solely betrayed him.
Ralph, alright, was probably hoping that there'd be enough money left over from the charity that someone could buy him a Game Genie so he could get past level 1. Sorry. That's it. But yeah.
I can just imagine Ralph fucking holding all the Fugees albums in a fetal position, rocking back and forth, shaking his head. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. He wouldn't do this. For the record, I want to make that a new segment because about a year ago, Ralph has always said anytime I wanted, he'd be on our show, Capcom.
Okay.
And it's been 3 shows now. He hasn't once made an appearance. So I'm going to track how long it takes him. If me, you know, basically bashing him in the public eye, how long it takes until he actually decides to get back on the show.
Well, you never know. I mean, he seems to be very kind of zen about everything nowadays. So
I know. We gotta fix that. We gotta get, you know, some beer in him and fucking hit him with a horse trank and do a line with him and watch him go back to his original funny self.
What the
sorry.
No, go ahead, Capcom.
No, we get a Furman and Rodney on, you know, and they can badmouth him as well, you know.
Open welcome to all of them if anyone's listening. One of the greatest podcasts ever to fade out. And on that note, wow, that was kind of racist on my part. Speaking of Ralph, a man is arrested for trying to spend a $1 million counterfeit bill at Walmart in North Carolina.
The picture of this guy is so fucking incredible. He's like checking out the vending machine, but looking at you at the same time.
Yes, he probably thought it was only a $100 bill he was trying to hand out. He just saw it. Zeros in between.
So, Okay, here's the article as follows. A man is in jail in North Carolina accused of trying to use a $1 million bill at Walmart. There's just one problem. It doesn't exist. Officers busted 53-year-old Michael Anthony Fuller at a Walmart in Lexington in November. According to the arrest warrant, he tried to buy a vacuum cleaner, a microwave oven, and a few other items totaling $476. Furthermore, the phony bill to the cashier insisting that it was real. Store staff called the police. So yeah, there you go. $1 million bill. Now, Capcom, because you don't live in the U.S., I'll do a little history lesson real quick. Also, because I don't think our audience is this clever. There used to be $1 million bill. There used to be a whole bunch of high-end currency bills, but that was back before the days of the internet, where where banks had to use hard currency to trade amongst each other. I think the highest currency bill that's legal for a civilian to use in the USA is $100. I know it is now, but I think that's. I'm sorry, what was that, Jess?
Definitely not. There's a $500 bill that gets used pretty regularly. I think it goes up to 1,000.
It might, but they don't make them anymore. I know as of now, it's 100. But you're saying back in the day it was 1,000?
Oh, no. I mean, like on one of those retarded reality shows where they trade shit for money, they have $500 bills all the time.
Do they really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Either way, it ends well before.
This is an accurate history lesson Tony's going to give us.
No. I am no scholar. I barely passed a fucking vocational high school. But, $1 million definitely never, ever, ever allowed to be used.
No, not at all.
So,
He's frozen.
huh?
Oh, okay, you're there. Never mind.
Thanks,
No,
Meg.
it's just very still.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Megan, for making tons and tons of audio tracks I have to cut out of this show later. Inner monologue, sweetie. Inner monologue. Anyway, back on. I'm sorry, go ahead. What's up? It better be good, because if I gotta cut it, you're out.
I didn't want him to be all like, oh, I have to get back on now and have like another re-entrance like last time.
Fuck you.
If we didn't have that re-entrance, we would have never known about Boot Cookie. And if that never happened, my life would be lesser today.
Oh,
So anyways, 53-year-old counterfeit $1 million bill. Trying to buy a vacuum cleaner and a microwave. What do you guys think?
Hey, he was just trying to clean his house.
Or his box outside. Look at this fucker, dude. Oh my god. What are you thinking? You can't plug a vacuum into a box.
Well, here's the question I have, okay? Was it based on a legitimate $1 million bill?
The article doesn't say, but I can speculate. I think this guy probably somehow acquired one of those, pretty top of the line printers. I don't know how he acquired it. Maybe he had access to it at work or whatever. And I think he went online to see what was the highest currency bills out there. What do they look like? Because you can find that information real easily. And I think he just basically hit print, did a little cutting and taping, and just went to see if this would work.
I got a problem with
Doctor, this is real.
I got a problem with his logic, though, right? He got $1 million bill, okay, to buy $474 worth of shit. Okay.
Well, that's the scam. He wanted the change back.
He expects some fucking, some till jockey's going to be like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll just go get your change in the fucking vault.
Well,
Can you imagine a Walmart cashier trying to count out $990,000 of anything?
Yeah, every store has a limit, and I'm sure where that limit is probably varying depending on which store. I don't think any register ever has enough in it to make change for $1 million.
I'm pretty sure the whole Walmart doesn't have enough change,
Yeah.
including the customers.
Well, again, as Meg keeps commenting on the picture, and I will be posting it up on our wall later, this man doesn't look very bright. At all.
What gives you that impression?
The fact that he looks like he's got a few extra chromosomes.
He's from Ireland in one of those, wood shacks you were talking about there, John.
I think this man is a purely American beast, Meg.
I think he's right too. Either Thin Lizzy went a little nuts with his fucking sister, or this is clearly something that could only grow in fucking North Carolina. Wow, that was.
Oh, for the record, the biggest bill made is $100,000, but that was never circulated publicly. $10,000 bills as of 2009, there were 336 left in private hands.
So there was never $1 million bill to begin with.
No.
Wow. Okay, well, one, I feel a little bit more stupid, but two, I'm with Capcom now. What fucking face did he put on the $1 million bill? I want to see a picture of this actual dollar.
I'm hoping it's Neil Armstrong. If anyone deserves to be on the $1 million bill, no, sorry, scratch that. Ted DiBiase.
I knew that was coming. I fucking knew that was coming. Ted DiBiase on $1 million bill.
In Haiti. Sorry, that's rude.
That's racist. What's wrong with you two? Anyway, so yeah, $1 million bills. They don't exist. Don't use them, people. Horrible.
I admire his bravado, though. Just to be like, fuck, I'm going for this.
He's got balls. I mean, even for a second, to think that the rest of the world is as stupid as you to try to pull this off, that takes balls, man. Really takes balls. But at the same time, yeah, I'm with you, Capcom. How did he think he was going to get the change for this? There's not a cash register out there in the world that can break $1 million.
Yeah, combination of balls and blinding stupidity, I think.
Yeah. Well, way to go, North Carolina. And that will bring us into our last topic for tonight.
Things you can buy at Walmart.
You can buy this at Walmart, Jess. However, you won't want to spend $1 million on it, but someone is trying to get roughly that amount for buying this product. Okay, who amongst us drinks Mountain Dew?
I do.
Okay, not you. Capcom, you drink any Pepsi product at all?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. We're going to do a little segue here. What do you drink? What do you have in Ireland? Does Pepsi exist in Ireland?
It does. I don't know. I like vanilla Coke. I drink that a lot. I like that Jones soda, though. That's the best stuff.
Jones soda?
Yeah, we have that here.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay. I never seen it or heard of it or tasted it.
God.
It's the best, though. It's awesome.
It leaves you jonesing.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
I've got a prop here.
Oh, good.
Oh, boy.
I drink cheap vodka. See, there's
Aw, we're not so different after all. Well, anyway, okay. A man has filed a lawsuit against PepsiCo claiming that a can of soda he bought from a vending machine contained a dead mouse. Now, that's kind of disgusting. We've all heard these stories. I'm going to figure most of them not to be real, but this one is very suspect. Meg, you were reading the story before. Any comments or like to fill in the people on what went down?
So, he bought a can of Mountain Dew.
Well, let's get this out of the way first. The guy's name is Ron Ball. I think that's that right.
Ronald Ball, yep.
Yes.
Ron Ball.
Is that really his name?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's really his name.
Age 52 from Madison County.
All right, so continue.
All right, so he bought a can of Mountain Dew and popped it open, took a sip, and was like, this tastes really weird. Drank it, started fucking throwing up. Got insanely sick. When they poured it out, he said that they poured out a dead mouse.
Yeah, this whole story, for the record, is allegedly. Allegedly, he was sick. And allegedly, when he popped his can open, he found a dead mouse inside this can of Mountain Dew.
Now, unless this was, like, a baby mouse, I mean, like, this thing would have to be extremely tiny. But, like, they're saying in the article, they're like, if from the time the mouse got into the can at production, to the time he bought it from that machine and opened it to drink it, that mouse would be nothing but jelly.
That's really the disgusting part of it. So this man, Ron Ball, is trying to sue Pepsi Incorporated. He, again, just to recap, allegedly, he pops open a can of Mountain Dew, drinks it, pukes his guts out, rips open the can, finds a dead mouse in it. Starts a lawsuit with PepsiCo back in 2009. It's just now coming to, a head. And Pepsi is now countersuing this man for fraudulent claims, stating that at the time that it was stamped that on the can of for the bottling, when the time the man supposedly drank this and was allegedly ill from it, there would be no mouse in that can. The Mountain Dew would have dissolved whatever remains of that fucking mouse into jelly. It wouldn't exist. Now, here's the best part of it, though. I kind of personally think the man's full of shit. Because instead of taking a picture, calling a lawyer, or doing anything that you would generally do when, you want to sue a major company, he sends the can with a fully complete, non-dissolved dead mouse in a package back to PepsiCo. It basically says, I want money. So, I think the man's kind of full of shit. What do you guys think?
I also think he's full of shit, but because even if you had mouse jelly in the bottom of your Mountain Dew, I don't necessarily think it would make you violently ill immediately. You may not even know it's in the can.
I mean, if it...
jelly mouse.
Depending on how disgusting it tastes, because, alright, it starts to decompose in the can because of the soda. I've never drank liquefied mouse, but it probably doesn't taste too good, is my guess. So, he could have, it could have been like a guttural reaction, not actually, he probably didn't get sick off of it, but took a taste and just blew chunks from it. That being said, why would you send in the evidence to the company you plan on suing?
Maybe he's friends with the $1 million guy.
Well, the $1 million guy was from North Carolina. The $1 million guy was from North Carolina. This guy is from Illinois. So I don't know if they could be friends. I don't think these two are the sort of people
Internet friends.
I don't think these two are the sort of people that are smart enough to have cars or could pay for the internet. But on reflection here, Jess, say you pop open a can of Mountain Dew. And you find a mouse. How would you go about suing them?
After I woke up from puking, I don't even know what I would do. I honestly don't even know what I would do. I would immediately take pictures of it. I would immediately go with the dead mouse jelly or the mouse or whatever to a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, you wouldn't. You'd put it on Facebook and then tell the entire shop what the fuck happened.
That's completely true. You're right. Yeah, but I certainly wouldn't send it to Pepsi.
Yeah, it seems like a real bad idea to send your only piece of evidence to, the company that you would be suing. Well, that's the thing, too. He's clearly not looking for justice. He's looking for a handout. Because he basically sent a dead mouse in a can and said, pay me. Really, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm amazed they just didn't send him, a form letter and, a case of Mountain Dew.
They might have. For all you know, they probably would have said, hey, if you just shut up, we'll give you, a couple of hundred and all the Mountain Dew you can drink from here until eternity. But...
which is approximately enough to dissolve you into a jelly in the bottom.
Apparently, by Pepsi's fucking claim. Allegedly. Capcom, any thoughts on what this fella should have done?
Well, I would have basically called up PepsiCo or whatever and just went, hey, how much is this worth to you? I won't say a fucking thing.
See, that's smart.
I just look, I can do this, and even if, my attitude would be one before I go, look, even if I am lying, if I have slight evidence, if I go online, people will hear it, they won't really investigate it, and then they'll think, Mountain Dew is mouse drink.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I will go away, and I'm not asking for much. I don't know, 2 million. That's it.
That would have been the smart way to go. I mean, if it actually happened to me, that's basically what I would have done. Because if you take them to court, you're not going to win. You know what I mean? And they're Pepsi, for fuck's sake. And, I'm with you, Capcom. Basically, be like, here's the evidence. 2 million and it's yours.
I'd ask him for any Nixon memorabilia they might have as well.
Why would Pepsi have Nixon memorabilia?
And I'm going to school you on your own fucking country now.
Oh, please educate me, Capcom.
Pepsi have historically been the Republican cola, whereas Coca-Cola have always been the Democratic one.
How do you know this?
Because I'm smart.
No. How do you know what soda company backs our fucking political parties?
I think they have a website that tells you.
Yeah, well, no, I just read up on it. There was a big controversy because there was pictures of Nixon drinking Coca-Cola, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, he's fucking turned size and whatever." Yeah.
See, that's kind of odd. I would always figure that.
Bob Dole, he was doing Pepsi commercials.
Yeah, but after he lost.
Yeah, but they were just like, yeah, we haven't given up on old Bob Dole.
He was also doing Carvel commercials for their fucking piece of ice cream cake bullshit.
Bob Dole's got to pay for his fucking funeral soon. So
Wow, that's kind of funny though, because I never thought about this. I would figure Pepsi would be the drink of the Democrats, and I'm basing that off of nothing more than Coke outsells Pepsi all the time. So historically, Republicans have been in office more than Democrats have in this country, and I don't get it. Like I didn't know that either of them actually had like a specific party they backed.
Yeah, Coke got behind Kennedy and Jimmy Carter and stuff like that. Pepsi were behind Nixon and assuming like whoever Nixon's friends were.
Wow. Yeah. Damn, you really did educate me something on my own fucking country.
Friends were crooks.
They stole the Coke, so it was no real funding going.
I'm sure G. Gordon Liddy's just like, I'm still a Pepsi man, no matter what.
Okay, so back to the original question at hand. Just because they backed them, what makes you think they have any fucking Nixon memorabilia?
Well, I don't know. Wouldn't you say it's the fact? Like, I'd save all my Nixon shit if I was like a CEO of Coke. I'd be just like, fucking. He's very historical.
What makes you think they had any to begin with, though?
Well, they were backing him. Of course, they'd at least have some like Nixon now buttons and stuff, and I'd be happy with those. I'd just like fucking. I'd wear those around, you know.
All right, you know what? This was not part of our show topic, but we're going to get down to this because this has been bugging me for a while. What is your fixation with Richard Nixon?
I'll explain it completely.
Explain it completely. Don't hold back because why this 20-something Irish guy gives two shits about one of our presidents that's been dead for the better end of 4 decades now, I don't understand. Help me out. Why do you have such a fixation with him?
When I was a younger man, I was quite interested in like alternative culture and stuff like that. Not that I'm not interested in it now. And it seemed to me that like the people like Hunter Thompson and Matt Groening and whatever, Richard Nixon was like a boogeyman, and he's constantly featured as like the most evil and the most repulsive of the conservative presidents of your country. And he was I don't know. But at the same time, he's a very human figure. He was really imperfect and. I don't know. He's just a kind of fascinating little troll, and I don't know. He's weird because he's kind of a good kind of example of when people like think they're right. Like people always like the hippies and all would call Nixon evil, but Nixon genuinely thought he was doing the right thing, and I think it's a good.
Well, the same could be said about Hitler, dude. I mean,
I know. I don't know. Nixon's a little bit more palatable than Hitler.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the only comparison that I wanted to make was every leader thinks they're doing the right thing, whether they are or aren't.
There's a great quote from the film Nixon, where like he's looking up at a portrait of Kennedy and he just goes, "When they see you, they see what they want to be, and when they see me, they see what they really are." And I get that.
Oh, was that a touching moment for Capcom?
Look, anytime I sit down to watch Nixon, there's a touching moment, you know. You know, Andy Hopkins is a sexy bastard playing Nixon, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh man.
It's like, I don't know. I'm kind of fascinated by his character.
He's your Darth Vader, is basically what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
He's the bad guy that you love.
Yeah.
And why you picked Richard Nixon to be that guy, for the life of me, I can't fucking figure out.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd love to be able to explain it in more detail, but I don't know. It's just, Nixon's just kind of a fascinating figure, you know?
All right, well, on that ridiculously Republican-stomping fucking, yay Nixon bullshit rant, I think that's going to be the end of our show this week. People listening at home, if you'd like to get in touch with us, any of us, you can write us at sidecastshow@gmail.com. You can also subscribe to our fan page at Facebook, at Sidecast at Facebook. Just do a search for Sidecast, you'll find us. Any closing thoughts, any remarks, any ideas or questions or plugs, people?
I'm still confused about Bambi.
That's
Meg. Jess?
Let's see. I am pro crying in Korea. I am pro Wyclef. I am pro mouse in my Mountain Dew, and I am pro $1 million bills.
Gotcha. Capcom.
Pro everything.
Pro $1 million bills. Capcom. I can't help but notice that you're the only one in here that's on other podcasts, and yet I still haven't heard an honorable mention. What's up with that?
What, that I haven't been like, hey, fucking check out the other show I'm on?
Yes. What's up with that?
I haven't done it yet.
Okay. Get on that. I need to ride coattails as hard as I possibly can.
On top of that, I don't know, fucking just, I'm forgetful. I mean, I'm always late. Is that not fucking...
Wait, were you late or was your network down? Why are you changing your story?
Well, I was late as a result of my network.
He's so full of shit. All right, everybody. See you next week. Later.
Bye.